Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
We're back for episode 2.
We did it. We made it.
We did it.
Yeah, we officially now surpassed the amount of episodes in season 2. Congratulations to us.
Yeah. So now we're gonna start our new season with our new, what do you call it?
What do you mean? What do you call it?
I don't know what to call it.
This?
Yeah.
We'll call it the shell. The shell of what's
Conversation?
the shell of conversation.
Conch of conversation?
No, it's
not a conch.
It's not a conch. The shell of conversation.
More catchy.
I think I like it. The shell of conversation.
Okay, great.
So do you want to do the honors?
Me?
The first topic from the shell of conversation.
We're just picking random topics and we're going with it.
Yeah, like we said before, if you want to submit one, you can tweet at us on Twitter at Tealfish Studio. You can leave a comment on YouTube or comment in our Twitch while we're streaming.
Oh yeah, or on our Discord.
Or on our Discord. So many places.
So many places. Okay. I hope I pick a good one.
Here it is.
Okay.
Lucky number. Wait, they're not numbered. What do you got?
Pre-stream rituals.
Oh, man. Okay. Well.
The camera can see this.
So this is definitely going to be more about like Twitch for this episode. So pre-stream rituals. Huh. I gotta think about that one for a minute. What are some of yours? Do you have any that come to mind?
I have an issue pressing the live button. Like, I'm probably sitting at my computer for like a good maybe 2 hours before I ever press live because I get so like nervous.
So that means you got a pretty big pre-stream ritual, huh?
I don't know if it's a ritual as much as pre-stream anxiety.
Well, I guess that's part of your ritual. You have anxiety before you go live.
Yeah. I try to like, turn on all the equipment and stuff. Streaming is like very equipment heavy.
Well, because you do what kind of streaming?
I do a lot of music streaming.
So what kind of equipment do you have?
So much. None of it works.
It works.
So I have the computer, obviously, and then I have the camera, and then I have a mixer, and in the mixer gets plugged in a Scarlett Focusrite. What are those things called, though?
I think it's just an audio interface or something like that,
yes,
right?
Audio interface. And then, my microphone, and then I have an amp for my guitar, and then my guitar, and a looper. And is that everything? My headphones. And it took me like a long time. I had to get your help because I couldn't figure out what plugged into where to make it work correctly, and I can still never get my levels right. I feel like even if I don't touch anything, every time I start streaming, something's off. All the time. Something's always wrong. So a lot of like my pre-stream ritual, I guess, is trying to figure out if it sounds correct, but it's usually, I don't know, like I guess what I hear is different than what the people hear through stream, because I'll be like, oh, I think it actually sounds good, and then they're like, your mic's really low, or can't hear your guitar's too loud compared to your voice, or we can't hear your looper, but the looper sounds really loud to me. So I'm like, I don't know what's happening. It's very confusing.
Yeah, there's just so many variables to check with your setup, and there's definitely ones that are way more advanced and technical as well, but like that we've seen on Twitch. But it's just like mind-blowing, like all that equipment, like how do you know what does what?
I can barely get this to work. And like before I switched to PC, I was streaming through my Mac, and all I had was my mixer that had my guitar and my mic plugged into it, and then I had the little adapter that plugged from my mixer into the computer, and that's it. And that just seemed a lot easier, but like it was very staticky. So the interface definitely helps this static, but I just can't get the sound levels right. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's something that we're going to have to keep working on.
Yeah.
But the other thing too was recently that you found out that your looper was just mono, right, or one side.
Yeah. Everybody's like, it's like only in one ear, and I'm like, what do you mean? It sounds fine to me. But yeah, apparently I should have had wires in like both the left and the right panel, so that I had to order more wires.
What
And
are those ones called? Are they the
XLR?
cables, or is that what
No,
those?
no,
No,
XLR I think is for the mic.
I don't know what those
They're
ones are
I don't
called.
know. They're like the ones that go into your guitar.
Like a patch cable or something. I don't know what they're called.
I don't know. The ones that stick into my guitar. I don't know. They're the same one. But I had to get a couple more of those. So now it's coming out of both sides, which is an improvement, but it's still the levels are wrong. Also, I noticed, well, I didn't notice, everybody else noticed that like if I didn't have my mixer plugged in, my like volume levels were way lower because I guess there's some kind of like amp in the mixer. Or not the
Oh.
mixer, the looper.
Oh.
And like if I don't have the looper plugged in, even if I'm not using it, with the way that I have all of my stuff plugged in, my sound is super low. I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just a girl with a guitar. Beyond that, I don't know what I'm doing at all.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. We're still pretty new at this. So.
Yeah. Pretty new.
Yeah.
What about you?
So my pre-stream ritual. Okay. So I use like my work area for like my work at home, and then also for like my streaming setup. So it's all at the same place. So I have to like basically take down like all my work stuff and then put up my second monitor and then rearrange the background, because I feel like for work you have to have more of a professional looking like things in the background. So I have to
Like a
reset that up.
different scene.
Yeah, so I have to reset up everything. And then I have to go through and make sure like the camera's set up right, like the webcam, make sure like the focus is locked, because sometimes the focus will drift. And also the exposure, I have to make sure that's locked, because that tends to drift too sometimes. Then I have to make sure that my headphones are plugged in and the audio is set to go through the HyperX.
Yeah, that's always a disaster.
And I have to make sure that I have my Twitch panel up. So I have on my second monitor, which is I use the right one is my main monitor that I use for my gaming, and then the left one is like the secondary one, and I use that for like Twitch. I'll have Twitch up there with what is it called, like the moderation panel or something like that. What is it, like that view? I don't know what that view is called, but it's like
I don't know. I have no idea.
it's basically like the moderation panel, so you can see everything in there and whatever. And then I have
Like all the alerts and all that stuff.
Yeah, then I have stream elements like open as well, because not all the alerts will go through Twitch, so I have that open as well, so I can see like donations and stuff like that. And then I have trying to think, then I'll have like a little sticky with some of the better Twitch TV emotes.
Yeah.
So I have a little sticky with those.
We just discovered those.
Yeah, so like Cat Jam.
That little cat
Jam.
and bobbing his head to the music. I love it. It's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, so I have that as well. And then I leave like my OBS open so I can see like the stream, like how the bit rate and everything is okay, and make sure make sure no frames are dropped.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so that's kind of the technical side of getting set up for me.
I don't think people realize like how complicated streaming is, like unless you're doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then I also have to make sure my lights are set. Like
yeah.
I usually have like the teal one, and then I have purple.
Mhm. I mostly just do purple, and then I have like my lights and my little like twinkly lights in the background. And like the ones that I found are really pretty. They like transition from like, I think it's like blue, then green, then purple or something. They're really pretty. Amazon.
Yeah, everything's from Amazon.
What about like non-technical?
Non-technical? Yeah. Usually I'll have myself a beverage. Like I'll have water or sometimes some kind of alcoholic drink. So I have that ready next to me, ready to go. sometimes the cat will want to join, so she'll be on my lap,
Hmm.
and then we'll stream together. And then she'll want to jump up where the mouse is, because that's where she likes to sit for some reason, right where I need to be doing stuff.
This
It's
is a
like,
gamer
yeah,
cat.
and then, or she'll sit on the keyboard. It's like stuff that I actually need to use, but it's fine. I don't care. She does what she's got to do.
Yeah. Madison's always like tip tapping around, and I can't tell what she wants to do like before stream starts. Like she'll usually finally settle down in like one of these chairs and like curl up and like sleep. Sometimes she wants to sit in my lap, and I can't hold her when I'm playing guitar. She prefers when I'm gaming because then she can sit in my lap the whole time. And sometimes she's blind, so sometimes she'll just like stand in the background and just like stare at nothing. So I'm like, do you have to go to the bathroom? Like, what do you need? Are you okay? So I have to like see where she's at before I actually hit go. There's been a couple of times where people are like, I think your dog has to pee. And I'm like, no, she doesn't. She already peed. She's just confused.
She's like, where am I?
She's just going to wander around until she finds her beanbag chairs.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I don't know. Like, what else?
The other thing is, that I thought about, I just had it. Crap, where'd it go? I hate when that happens.
Brain fart.
Yeah, I did have something though. Shoot.
I usually like to have a beverage too. Sometimes I forget. Because one of my like little redeem things is like to hydrate. So I have to have some water. Also, when I'm singing, it's good to have water by my side. And then now that I have a double monitor set up, because I didn't initially, like I had my laptop kind of as a second monitor, it's like been confusing to figure out where to put stuff, like where each thing, because like then like I have all that stuff up, and then I have a song list that I have to look at to see like who's requesting what song, and it's a lot. And then I have to have my music up too.
Yeah, I wish I could have 3, but I don't have room for 3.
Yeah.
At least in my area where I'm at.
Yeah, it's a lot. I wish I could get like I know some people like have it where it like will auto scroll the music for you,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't. So like I'll have to like either time it correctly where I'm like letting like a note ring out so that I can scroll, or I'll just like pause and just be like, hold on, I gotta scroll, scroll so that I can do the rest of the song. So it is what it is. Pre-stream ritual. What else?
Sometimes I'll grab a snack if I'm hungry.
Yeah, it's always good to try to like if you're gonna have like a longer stream, try to eat before, so you're
Yeah.
not like starving in the middle of
Yeah,
it.
like sometimes we'll just have dinner depending on what time we're streaming, or I'll just have like a Cliff Bar or um, a yogurt,
Hmm.
something quick.
Yeah. Or if we're doing like something different for the stream, like we did our first crossword puzzle stream. Was it last Sunday or the
Yeah,
Sunday
last Sunday.
before? So we had to figure out before we started the stream like how to lay out like the screen, like what people saw, like where to put the camera and like how to capture the windows and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you want to get that all set up beforehand too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What else is there to it?
Um,
I think those are the biggest things.
I did have something else, and I don't know where it went. It just
Drifted away.
gone.
I have to hype myself up, I think, to be like, okay, yeah, I can go live now.
So she needs a hype man.
I need a hype. I can't do it. Like sometimes I'm just like, there's been times where I'm like ready to go, and then I just never go live, and I'm just like, I've been sitting here for a couple hours. I'm just not gonna do it.
What?
And then I just like go into your stream or something, go into your chat. And I was like, I just can't do it today. I have to like mentally prep myself. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't really have like that much prep work. I just usually just click the button.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it kind of depends on what you're
Yeah, because I don't need to
too.
like warm up or anything. Like it's.
Well, what about for your music streams? Because you do that too.
Well, I mean, the only other thing that I have to plug in is just like I have like a MIDI keyboard thing that's like 25 keys or whatever. That's just a USB cord. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
I'm so curious to know how the like bigger streamers that have like crazy setups, like what they have to do beforehand, because like there's some, especially like some of the music streamers like have like a million different like musical instruments, and like they have like a crazy setup where they have like loopers and they have lights and they have different cameras. Like I don't understand. I can't wrap my brain around it.
Yeah, some of them are pretty intense.
Yeah. Like it'll just like switch from like a close up to like a camera on the like guitar or on the keyboard, or they have like lyrics going across the screen. I'm like, what the heck? Lights changing.
Yeah, it's like
it's like a music video.
Yeah, like a performance, like actual.
Yeah. Like I mean, I feel like I'm performing too, but
it's
not
like,
on the same level.
Yeah, it's like another level.
Yeah. That's like Beyonce and then like some unknown person like singing in a bar where nobody's actually like listening. It's like totally different, but it's really fun. I enjoy it. I want to do more gaming stuff and then the art stuff too. Oh, that's something else we could talk about, the art streams.
Oh, well, I thought of what I was thinking about.
Oh, perfect. Go.
The thing that we have to get better at doing before we stream is letting people know. Well, I think we used to like tweet like when we were gonna go live or whatever, and
rarely, even then.
Yeah, but now it's kind of never. We never tell anybody. We just go live. So I think we need to get better about doing that.
Yeah, I just feel weird about it. Like,
yeah, but I mean,
I'm just like, who cares? Who cares if I'm live?
Yeah,
if they want to watch, they'll see it.
Gotta let the world know.
I don't know. You gotta like be more proactive about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe, like give people a heads up, and we have to get better about like maintaining a more like scheduled thing.
Yeah, it's tough though with like working full-time jobs.
Yeah, and just like life.
Yeah,
just a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Like we don't do that at all. Some people are like putting videos up on like Instagram or like tweeting it out or whatever, or they'll like let people know what their schedule is.
Yeah,
like,
they'll be like, "Oh, I'll be on in like an hour," or "I'll be on in 30 minutes." I see that a lot.
Yeah, we never do that.
Or if a stream gets canceled, they're like, "Oh, I'm taking the day off."
Yeah,
I just don't show up.
Same. We're so bad about that.
I think I've actually streamed once in the last 30 days, so...
Yeah, I feel like we swapped places, because like there was like a huge chunk of time where I just like totally stopped streaming because I had too much stuff like going on. And then like he was streaming all the time and I wasn't at all. And like now I feel like I've been streaming a little bit more and like you stopped. We gotta get on the same page.
Just a lot of things to deal with in the last month.
Yeah.
So just didn't feel up to it. It's
hard to like, I'm like, I give people credit that really stick to a schedule and do it like regularly, because like you have to kind of just like suck it up and just like do it as if it's like your job. For some people it is their job, and like, but it's so hard for me, at least, like if I'm not feeling up to it, or if I'm really like tired or I'm not feeling well, to like just suck it up and stream.
Yeah, plus I feel like if you're not really into it, it just feels kind of, I don't know, like kind of off. Because it's like people come there because they're like want to hang out and have a good time, but if you're not into it, just feels like kind of like a one-sided thing, and it doesn't quite feel fair.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's kind of why I rather just take time off and then kind of, instead of like powering through. Does that make sense?
Yeah, unless you're really good at like masking it. I'm definitely not, though. I'm definitely not. Like, I've cried on stream multiple times.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm not good at hiding how I'm feeling. I wear my heart on my sleeve, I think, a lot of the time. But
I'd say so.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, like, for art streams, like, we want to start doing more of those. We finally got it set up, I think, pretty...
Yeah, we're good.
Pretty good.
We're good.
Like, we've we actually had something.
Yeah, all we needed to do was attach like a ball head to the top of the longer arm that we have. That way we can turn the camera the right direction. So
Yeah, so like
we're good
we're
now.
finally like able to go for that. But like for the art streams, there's definitely a lot more prep work for that, depending on what you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Like I've done a couple of like painting streams, and like you have to pick the colors that you want. You got to get your canvas ready. You got to get some water, some paper towels, get whatever brushes you're going to use, palette knives. Like you just got to get everything like ready to go so that like you don't have to get up and walk
Yeah, like
away
dig
and,
away and try to find
and try to like
something.
mentally think of like everything you're going to need while you're doing that. And then the same thing for like drawing and stuff like that, because we like to do a lot like more traditional art. I think if we want to start doing more like digital stuff, I think that'll be easier to set up.
Oh yeah.
Just a matter of like figuring out how to lay it out on like how it streams out and stuff. Don't you think? I saw a spot on the table.
Yeah, I think digital stuff is a lot easier because all you got to do is pick the source and it's just like anything else.
Yeah, I'm excited to start doing more of that. That'll be fun. But yeah. Madison likes those too because she'll sit in my lap even though I'm painting. So I just gotta try not to get paint on her.
Yeah, the paint comes off.
Make her a colorful dog. I don't know. What else? Oh, turning all the lights on.
Yeah, you got a million lights in here for you.
Oh, making sure my guitar is tuned. And there's been a couple of times where like my guitar, like I have to put a battery, like a 9-volt battery into it. So even if it's plugged in, it won't like really generate sound. Hi, cat. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but
she's like, hello.
She's like, hello.
I think she wants to come in.
But there's been a couple of times where like I haven't put the battery in, and I was like, why does the guitar sound different? Because like the mic will still pick it up, so it still like works. It just doesn't sound right. And I was like, oh. There was like I think a whole month where I was like I didn't realize that I didn't have a battery in there.
I think you actually had to do. I think you did the charity thing without a battery, right? Yeah.
It's like I feel like the guitar sounds a little off, and then I was like, oh my god, I haven't had a battery in it this whole time.
Whoops.
I started taking it out because the battery drains really quickly.
Yeah, that's weird.
I gotta remember to put it back in. So yeah, it's a lot.
It is.
A lot of stuff to remember. Make little checklists. Make sure the sourcing is right. There's been a couple of times where I've gone live and people are like, we can't hear you. And I'm like, wait, what? Because it'll sound fine. And then I realize like I didn't pick like where the sound has to come out of.
Like sometimes even like midstream, if I switch something, I forget to change like the source, so they're just looking at like a black screen and like my camera in the corner.
Yeah, and you're like super into the game.
They're
and
like, I don't see anything. I'm like, how long has that been like that? I'm like, oops, my bad.
What are you reacting to?
Yeah.
Even like my first, the first time I got rated, I was like so excited. Like there was like people actually like listening to me, and then like when I like looked back at the VOD, my sound was like so messed up because I had the input coming from 2 different sources, so I had like this weird like double echo thing going on.
And then you also had like your alerts reversed. like it was displaying backwards.
We were trying to figure out who rated me, and I was like, I want to like say thank you to this person, and then like had it like had the name like reversed,
and we were like, is this German?
Is this a German word? Like what does that mean?
Like,
I'm not sure.
Like it looked almost like German backwards.
And then we realized it was backwards for some reason.
Yeah.
Man, we're so such
weird.
noobs.
It's so funny though.
Yeah. It's a lot to learn, but like once you start to get the hang of it, it's a little easier every time you do it.
Yeah, but something always comes up.
Yeah, pretty much every time.
So you just gotta expect it.
Yeah.
Just part of the experience.
Yeah, go with the flow.
Yeah. I mean, it's live, so you can't really be like, oh, well, it happens.
Yeah, you just go. It's definitely different when you're doing everything live than, having things pre-recorded.
Yeah.
but in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you anticipate things better, or at least like roll with it when things go wrong. Like there's been times where I'm like singing and like I've moved like the microphone and it wasn't like connected to the, I have like the little boom arms and it wasn't connected to the desk well enough. It like fell out in the middle of me singing and I'm just like, oh God.
Oh no.
So that's happened a couple of times and you just gotta go with it. What are you gonna do? So yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta go with it. There's no other choice.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're just like, end stream now.
Yeah, right. I don't think I've ever done that.
No, I haven't either.
I don't think it's ever like gotten to the point where I just like
Gotta
stop.
go, bye.
Gotta go. Bye. See you.
I think the only point would be like if our house is like burning down. Be like, oh, gotta go, bye. Gotta go.
Something's wrong. I don't think we've run into that yet.
No.
Thank God.
I don't think we will, but never know.
Never know. It's our luck. I don't know. Anything else that we're forgetting?
I'm sure there is. I mean, it's just a lot.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what else to add to this topic. What about post-stream rituals?
Post-stream?
Yeah, after you're done.
After we're done streaming, usually we'll just unwind. Like we'll watch stuff on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go to bed because we stream really late.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the post stream. I mean, just clean up a little bit, like get stuff ready for work. Like I'll take down my second monitor and put my work stuff up, so I don't need to do it in the morning. But other than that, that's it.
Sometimes it can be really exhausting, like setting up and like taking down the setup.
Yeah.
Between like work and streaming, but
yeah, I wish I could have both things up, but I don't have enough space.
Yeah, our little mini house. Whatever. Also, like after raiding somebody, like I like to hang out in that person's stream for a little bit. I don't like just popping in and be like, okay, gotta go, bye. Sometimes I do, depending on like what's going on, but like if I can, I'd like to kind of hang out with them for a little bit.
I think that's a good thing to do, so you can get to know people better and kind of see what they're about.
Yeah, give them some support and stuff. But yeah, it's good times. I don't know. Is that it?
I think that's about it for the pre-stream rituals.
Do we have any other things to talk about? Any updates?
Since 2 weeks ago? I think the only thing that kind of happened was Stitch had, oh crap, what's it called?
Hematoma?
Yeah, on
her ear.
On her was it her right ear? So it was what I think it was Wednesday night. I noticed it when I was like petting her, and I was like, uh-oh. Her ear was like all swollen and like puffy. Like I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And I looked it up because I was like, cat with puffy ear in Google, and they're like, it's a hematoma. What is it?
Hematoma.
Hematoma.
Yeah.
And basically what happened was like a blood vessel or something like breaks in their ear and it fills like with fluid. So I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
So Thursday morning, as soon as the vet opened up, I called them and I was like telling them like I need to bring her in because she has this thing on her ear. And they're like, well, we're kind of booked. They're like, the earliest appointment is a week and a half from now. I'm like, that's not good because like when I was reading it, they said that it's like something that's like super uncomfortable for them.
Kind of time sensitive too.
Yeah. They said like it could heal on its own, but it was like
it causes a lot of damage when it does it that way.
And it's also uncomfortable for the cat. But I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll make the appointment. And I was like, can you put me on the cancellation list in case anyone cancels so I can bring her in sooner? And luckily somebody did on Friday, so I was able to bring her in on Friday. And they drained it, and so we're hoping for the best.
Yeah, her ear is like a little wilty and sad.
Yeah.
Poor baby. Like you had kind of a weird reaction to it because you were just like, think I gotta take the cat to the vet. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And you're like, something's wrong with her ear. I'm like, what? And you're like, yeah, I gotta take her to the vet. And I'm like, what do you mean? Especially because like now with like the COVID stuff and like the new strains and like stuff is starting to kind of shut down a little bit again. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, why would we take her to the vet right now? And you're like, I don't know, something's wrong with her ear. So I'm like, let me see this cat. So I was like trying to approach her gently so I wasn't like freaking her out, and like kind of like ran my hand through her, like next on her ear, and I was like, oh my god, it was like enormous.
Yeah, it's very puffy. Like it was very like scary because I was like, I hope she doesn't like tear it open.
Oh god.
Like I literally, if that happened, I would have been like passed out. Like I don't handle stuff like that very well. I would have been out cold on the floor.
Yeah,
Be like, you got to deal with this.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Because I like the way you were talking about it, I'm thinking she's got like a tiny like little bump or something.
No, it was huge.
Like a little like ear zit or something, and then I'm like, oh my
it,
god, her
like,
whole ear is like,
yeah, it filled up like a balloon. Like it was
oh my god,
really
cat.
puffy.
She was like messing with it, like she kept like shaking her head and like scratching it and stuff, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that's kind of how it can happen. Is
Little
like if she
baby
shakes her head a lot, or they could like scratch at it.
I guess she had like an ear infection that caused it. So I guess when she was shaking her head because it was bothering her, like I didn't know that was even a thing.
I did not either.
What is this?
But yeah, they did like some, I don't know what they did, like a quick culture or something like that at the vet, and it's like there's some kind of stuff in there that they had to treat. So
yeah, so I gave her. I guess it lasts for like a month.
Yeah, some kind of ear medicine that lasts for a month.
Because I was thinking we were gonna have to like give her like drops or something every day or something.
Yeah, I thought so too, but apparently this one just runs course over a month and clears it up. So
hopefully it'll heal everything up pretty good.
Yeah.
She was scratching at it a little bit when they brought her back because they drained it too, right?
Yeah, they drained it, and then they also put the drops in or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think it's because the drops were in there. She's kind of like, I gotta get it out.
Yeah. The last day or so, she hasn't really messed with it that I've seen.
No, she's a lot better now. But so. I just hope it doesn't come back because they said sometimes it can come back, even if it's drained.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, because if it happens again, they recommend surgery.
I really don't like putting them under anesthesia, so...
Yeah, she's an old lady now, so it's not...
The last time, like, we had to put Madison under, she had a really bad reaction, so I get really worried every time they're like, oh, we're going to put him under. I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Like, unless it's absolutely necessary, I would prefer not to.
Yeah, I think she's like 16.
Our little old ladies.
Yeah, she's an old lady.
Poor thing. This is like the first like big thing that's happened to her in a while though.
Yeah, she's had kind of a rough life though. Like before I met Rose, she had like a bladder stone. So I had to like literally like cut her open and have like surgically remove it. Like poor cat's been through a lot.
Poor baby.
She's still going.
Mm-hmm. And then the only other thing was like the teeth.
Yeah, I mean the teeth extraction, but I think that comes with age for any pet.
Yeah.
Because
apparently you can use a water pick to clean their teeth.
I think that was for the greyhounds.
Is that only for greyhounds? I can't take a water pick and just start spraying them.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could, but I think it's harder for cats because they don't really like anything. Like, cats don't like any kind of attention besides being pet. Like
only on their own terms.
Yeah,
too.
Like you can't cut their nails. You can't. Well, she likes being brushed, but you can't cut her nails. She doesn't like that. Like if you go near her mouth, she's like, she literally like bats you away. Yeah. So.
Even like when I'm like petting her and she likes it, she'll like attack me.
Yeah.
I was telling Brendan I want to get one of those like leather gloves that they use for like the hawks.
Oh my god!
So that I can pet her without getting like hurt.
Pet her or like get a little rough housey with her without getting hurt. Because
she likes it, but like she hurts people. She doesn't realize it.
I mean,
so I was like, if I get one of those gloves, then I can I can entertain her needs without injuring myself.
That's funny. But yeah, that's kind of the latest thing that happened.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Never know.
It's always something.
Yep.
I think this worked out pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
So we got a couple more in here. Not too many. So we're definitely need some suggestions.
Yeah.
It could be anything. Just let us know. And we'll throw it in the mix.
Yes. Fun stuff.
The shell of conversation.
The shell of conversation. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Cool beans.
Awesome.
Well.
Yeah. So I think that kind of wraps up episode number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I did find something out from the last podcast. We are on Spotify.
I told you we were.
I wasn't sure.
I was like, I'm pretty sure.
I
think we got on like almost all of the platforms.
So it's Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we can be found. And then if you want to watch, you can find us on YouTube.
Yep. Here we are.
Yes.
That's about it. Thank you guys for watching and hanging out. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So yeah. Until that time, may your artistry always be unbounded. Bye.
Bye.